of this part of Westminster. And the ancient structure of Westminster Hall directly in front of the car. We're pulling up to the north door of Westminster Hall. They'll go into the hall and they will then be witnesses to the moving of the Queen's coffin from the catafalque, which is in the Lying Estates has been happening, to the state gun carriage of the Royal Navy, which will be drawn up in front of these doors once the royal party is inside. Duke of Sussex there, and Peter Phillips, the Princess Royal's son, the Lord Great Chamberlain, who's in charge of the royal sections of the Palace of Westminster, the Speaker of the House of Commons greeting them, Lindsay Hoyle, and the Speaker of the Lords, the Lord Speaker, Lord McFall. Back at Westminster Abbey, more guests arriving, representing the armed forces, representing charities and other organisations, patronages of Her Majesty. They've all been invited for a specific reason, because they represent either great achievements in the Queen's reign or just really representing the Queen's own interests. And we're seeing now some of the other members of the royal family, yes?
Yes. Prince and Princess Michael of Kent, we just seen, and their children, and the Gloucesters and their children. And I think one of the things that really struck me after that procession that Rob was talking about as they were going into the Lying Estate was just how many extended members of the Queen's family were there. And that was so wonderful to see. I think it might have been about 64 of them. And you know, again, that testimony to family, as well as duty and all the other things that we've been speaking about. And of course, talking of family, there you see two of the youngest members of the royal family, Prince George and Princess Charlotte.
It's the first time I think we've seen them really taking a part since the death of the Queen. I mean, and what an extraordinary day for them to embark on their first royal procession, as we're going to see at Westminster Abbey. But I think everyone was very keen that they should play a central role today.
We saw the Queen Consort, didn't we? And we saw the Duchess of Sussex as well, I think, in one of the other cars. And some of the grandchildren arriving.
Yes, there's Lady Louise Mountbatten Windsor and James VII, the Countess of Wessex's son there. They, of course, played a key part in the vigil at Westminster Hall on Saturday night, very movingly. It's been a feature of these events that the younger generation, as it were, the grandchildren have played a part. That never happened with previous royal funerals. It's Princess Beatrice.
Well, the Queen, of course, had a very close relationship with all of her grandchildren. She adored them, and she enjoyed having those wonderful summers with her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren too.
Here we are.
Shout out to
congregation now, more or less all in place now that the members of the royal family have joined, but not all of them, of course, because the King and senior members of the royal family are across the road in Westminster Hall. They're at the Palace of Westminster, and they're the great sight of the naval ratings with the carriage. Just there in the background, you can see the great wheels of the state carriage, the gun carriage, which since 1901 has been kept for the specific purpose of bearing the monarch's coffin. And the naval ratings will be in charge of taking that heavy carriage with the Queen's coffin, initially to Westminster Abbey, and then from there to Wellington Arch, ready for the rest of the journey by road to Windsor. But the ratings here, as we mentioned earlier, lots of them just been in the armed services, just been in the Navy for a few months. And what a remarkable day for them, what a remarkable duty for them to be shouldering. The gentlemen-at-arms are just approaching one of the historic monarch spot
Yes,
guards.
Win Ed, live po ito.
And the Royal Company of Archers much in evidence in Edinburgh last week because they are the
Kinukuha ko
King's
sa
Bodyguard
TV.
in
Nasa
Scotland
telebisyon.
and the Yeomen of the Guard.
Pinapanood ko siya sa
are
TV.
Another form of royal bodyguard formed in 1485 by Henry Tudor. The gentleman at arms, slightly younger institution from 1509. So the Queen Consort is arriving at Westminster Abbey and talking to David Hoyle, the Dean of Westminster, being shown in and welcomed. And they'll be making their way all the way down the nave. George and Charlotte, the Prince and Princess, looking immaculate.
Yes, I mean, I think we've come to expect nothing less of these two lovely royal children. And I'm just thinking back to the service of Thanksgiving for the Duke of Edinburgh, and they were there too.
So right now in Westminster Hall, the coffin is being moved by the bearer party from the Queen's Company, 1st Battalion Grenadier Guards, to the door of Westminster Hall, ready for it to be transferred to the gun carriage.
Hi, Berna! Shout out, Verna. Kumusta, Verna? Okay lang ako dito. Oo nga, WinEd. Naisip ko nga, baka i-live ko para makita naman ng mga kapwa Pilipino. Oo. Oo nga, WinEd. Ngayon yung Living Verna. Ayan, nilagay na nila yung ano, yung coffin. Magmamarcha na yan sila ngayon. Sa ano, yung libing niya sa Windsor Castle. Sa UK pa rin. Sa Windsor Castle yung libing niya, Win-Ed. Ayan yung mga anak niya, oh, nasa likod. Kasama sa prosesyon. Baka lipat ako ng posisyon para hindi siya blurred. Dito kaya ako. Para medyo klaro. Oo nga, Win-Ed. Buong mundo nga. Cookie! Hi, Cookie! Thank you! Hindi, Win Ed. Hindi basta-basta ma-meet si Queen Elizabeth. Awesome. Shout out, awesome. Backlash, I know, it's a sad day. We will never see her again. This is the last day that we're gonna see her. Yes, exactly. She is the best. She was very modest and she worked hard and she's done a lot. Sige, Orsam. Thank you sa pagbisita rin. Ingat ka dyan. Bye, Orsam. Adam Randall, mega love shout out. Cookie, thank you. Di na namin makikita si Queen. Very sad day today. Adam Randall, thank you.
The Queen is born to the Abbey, where she was married in 1947, crowned in 1953, where she attended royal weddings and funerals. All, as with her own funeral today, part of the recurring seasons of death and renewal.
Borough Party, stand still. Borough Party, slow march.
Okay. I-end ko na ha, mga kapatid. I will be ending my live now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everyone. Bye, Wined. Bye, Cookie. Bye, Adam. End ko na po. Makikinig na ako sa misa. Bye. Bye, Adam. Bye-bye. Okay, Wined. Bye-bye. Ingat-ingat lahat.